Earl.
What could that be?
I haven't the foggiest. Quick, go into the bedroom, shut the door, be very still.
Cousin, I wish I could see. If it's that cousin, it might just be business. It's family business and none of my business. But why is she here?
Hello, I'm Jefferson Mays of the Gentleman's Guide to Love and Murder Company, in which I play, I'm the serial victim, I guess. I play 8 different members of the Dicewith family who are all summarily dispatched in various grisly ways over the course of the evening at the Walter Kerr Theatre. True challenge of it, I think, aside from a modest amount of singing and dancing, are the costume changes, which alas happened backstage, out of view. An evening of aesthetic joy, rapture. They're just the creme de la creme, the cast that I'm currently privileged to be working with.
Phoebe is a very upper class, very proper, sheltered girl. She's lived in the country. She takes care of her brother's estate in Salisbury. Right? To have a very clear kind of arc and change. I mean, that's what you want, ideally, is to have a revelation or a change. So yeah, it's pretty great. I dig her. She's very well written. My qualm with opera is you don't get to act as much. You know, there's no text. And here you get the best of both worlds. With the exception of Jane, who plays Miss Shingle, Bryce, who plays Monty, and no, that's it. Everyone else plays multiple roles, myself included, and Lisa. So it feels almost kind of like 39 Steps in. I play Miss Shingle, Miss Marietta Shingle, and I come on right at the very beginning of the piece, and as an unexpected visitor to Monty Navarro.
I'm Lisa O'Hare, and I play Sibella Hallwood in A Gentleman's Guide to Love and Murder. She is a social climber. She's in love with Monty, our central character, but it's very complicated, and she's expected to marry somebody else. I was amazed when we did the table read a couple weeks ago, and everybody's so on top of it. It takes you a while in rehearsal to just get over your own hysteria before you can take things seriously, because, you know, he's just hysterical. Bryce is absolutely wonderful. I've loved working with him the past couple of weeks. I think we have really good chemistry together. Goodness, the costumes. Linda Cho, I mean, we are not worthy. She has managed to take these beautiful Edwardian lines and add sort of a steampunk kind of influence. I don't know, it's so delicious to look at. And I think in the Walter Kerr Theatre, with the red and the gold, it's just going to sort of blend in so beautifully.
It's the 6th musical I've directed, but it's the first time it's my first premiere. So it's the first time that I'm doing it from scratch. It requires acting on the line, you know. What you want to do is kind of act the material on the line, and there's kind of a science to landing a laugh. Bryce Pinkham, well, he gave a killer audition, pun intended, but you know, I think he has a combination of charm. You know, he certainly has the chops for it. The tricky thing about the show is, you know, he does kill his 8 relatives, and yet somehow you have to root for him.
My name's Bryce Pinkham, and I play Monty Navarro in A Gentleman's Guide to Love and Murder. It was Jefferson Mays. Jefferson Mays is a modern marvel. To have the opportunity to play with him every day in rehearsal is, I mean, I'm on cloud 9, really, truly. I guess I've had a string of bad guys in the past year or two. Each murder is a harbinger of future fun to come. Darko's great, especially for this material, because he's very meticulous. I can't wait for you guys to see this show. It's gonna be a blast, literally.
And the book is this wild and odd murder comedy, but sort of the bulk of the score stayed the same.
Out of 22 songs, Betty Comden said, good is always new.
This is a story of a man who murders 8 people, and yet told in a very elegant, not pop-based, traditional musical theater style.
It's the craft that's traditional and sophisticated.
The truth is, actually, we never struggled to find the language for this.
No, we had a similar sensibility, I guess, and it just clicked. I think Darko has such a great sense of style and a great visual sense.
And he came up with new things that we had never. I mean, it's always deepening and always finding new. He's always finding new nuances.
It just gets better and better, and you don't think that's possible.
Thank you. Neither can we.